that dirty? I don't have anything quite. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, it's looking at me, that's why. Let's flip you around. You watch the road, because it's dark in here. So, good morning, folks. I'm almost 2 hours on the road. I jumped on the road about 5 a.m. Leaving the neighborhood of Dark and Crump at about 5 a.m. this morning, and I am heading from one YouTuber to another YouTuber, my buddy Hank Strange. My goal is to be there at 6 p.m. tonight, which means I only have 9 hours and 50 minutes of driving, 672 miles to go. And saying I'll be there at 4:37 p.m. I am tired. I've had some water and a little bit of my favorite Costco 5-hour energy drink, but not a lot. I haven't eaten anything yet. I usually, I figure maybe I'll stop at some burger joint and get a breakfast, either McDonald's or Burger King. My favorite on-the-road breakfast was a Dunkin' Donuts coffee and a ham, egg, and cheese croissant. McDonald's is doing the burnt flavored coffee, so I'm not a fan. And so I guess that would make my preference. So the ham, egg, and cheese McMuffin is a good breakfast. Of course, there's the Brand X similar product at Burger King. And since the Burger King coffee does not taste burnt, I think I'm going to go with that. So I've had only a little bit. Let's see. Yesterday I had dinner at Chick-fil-A. Ooh, shoot. Dang. And my favorite, actually I got these glasses at Costco. I got a 3-pack of readers, and they're all plastic, so they're kind of lightweight, and they don't stay on your head good, but they just, because they're so lightweight, they're comfortable. I broke one of the arms on the trip on one of the pair. The pair that I had on the arm of the couch that I slept on, when I tried to retract the leggy on the couch, I'm pulling on the arm, and I crushed my damn glasses and broke the other arm. So I'm like, I've got one, instead of having the tape in the middle of the glasses, I've got a single arm, so they barely stay on my head. So when I go to read comments, whoa, dude, what the heck are you guys doing up in the morning? Kurt24, Kurt, are you at work? What's going on, man? And Lightning Scott, so good morning. Silverback, Tactical and Defense, how's it going? FGM, yes, it is dark. Johnny 3-Bar, wow, look at you guys. Look at VK, how's it going? Just scrolling through the comments while the car is driving. Kurt been at work a few hours. Damn! Wow! There's You Go Girl. What is the male equivalent of You Go Girl? I just don't want to, belt something like that out. Just not masculine. Is it You Go Guy? I don't. It just doesn't have the same ring. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for the thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are very kind to watch me this early in the morning. I don't want to watch me this early in the morning. In fact, I want to be me. I want to be sleeping. So I was considering kidnapping Dark's dog, Remy. Remy slept on my lap while I slept on the couch that was formerly Crumpy's couch. And I don't know if you guys saw, I did on Rumble, John Crump Live with John Crump live at a studio. So first time ever, Crumpy and I together in the studio. he pulled out an AUG and tried to shame me, so I just like brain dumped on everything I knew about AUGs. I'm not a geek on all the different official Steyr AUG models. I think they're coming with like bolt releases and forward assists and stuff like that. I don't know all the different model names. I do have a NATO. In fact, I have the twin of Crumpy's AUG, so he's got the NATO Stormtrooper AUG. Of course, semi-automatic. And Champion 5.56. Now, I believe I have two AUGs that I built, Nylogs from Malaysian parts kits that have 300 blackout. I don't think I've fired those. Yeah, I have not shot any 300 blackout AUGs. So, and I was just thinking, like, 300 blackout on an AUG, it's not a good suppressor host because the piston is right up front at the barrel and it vents right there. There's no such thing, but if it was possible to vent the piston vent somewhere where it would be muffled, it would be a better suppressor host. Good suppressor host meaning even the vents on the bolt carrier on an AR-15 venting outside the ejection port, or venting through the ejection port to the outside. Let's see, the highway pirates are heavily at work. One of the things I talked to Dark about, I'm a little worried that I have a Florida Sun Pass, and I've driven through different mobster, what would you call it? Different franchises, mobster, syndicates, different syndicates of highway pirate toll collection. And I don't know if I'm going to get tagged with excessive fees for not having the right form of identification, should I say? Right form of the right credentials to pass through their wallet stealing facilities. So I might be in trouble. Who knows? It was a freaking shocker as I was going up the Jersey Turnpike into New York City to see that it was going to be like $70 worth of tolls. That's absolutely the definition of highway robbery. It's amazing to me, like, whereas New York City will pay to build a new stadium for the Yankees because they say, oh, it's good for business, blah, blah, blah. But somebody like you or me, if you want to get into the city, they don't be like, hey, if we make it cheap and easy for people to get into the city, they'll spend money here. No, it's like if we F them as much as possible financially, they'll still come. So we can do it. Anyhow, that goes back to the theory of the more you tax something, the less there will be of it. So marriage tax or whatever it may be. And as I run my mouth, check where I am heading. I think I'm good. So right now I'm running Google Maps and not Waze as I navigate to the Hengstrange Hacienda over the next less than 10 hours. Alright, we're accelerating a little faster than I've gone around a curve. Uh-oh, did I fudge up? No, I didn't fudge up. Okay. There's another fork like this that was probably like 45 minutes back. And that would have been the wrong fork, but this is the right fork. And as Yogi Berra says, and who's it? It is Ron DeSantis' wife is quoting Yogi Berra, saying if there's a fork in the road, take it. He must have had an interesting brain. One of my other favorite Yogi Berra sayings is, it's so popular nobody goes there anymore. And you can kind of understand that if it's busy AF, you don't want to go there. So in case you're new to this, the mission parameters are a success. I've dropped a stretch goal. There are a couple of stretch goals I dropped. So the primary mission was to go to New York City and drop off stuff for my daughter at her new apartment. Like, not new, but reasonably new. And secondary, like, top tier goal was to pick up stuff I left at my flight instructor's house, which, I don't know, if I flippy, can you see? Give me a second. Let me just see how the car handles this here. Okay, car's doing this good. Let's flippy. Let's turn the lights on. So I've got 4 totes of stuff in the back. So let's flippy and lights off again. Okay, good. Wow, no focusing. How about if I tap, does it focus? Or is it just like my fingerprints are all over the lens? So, primary goal, primary objective complete, secondary objective complete. The stretch goal was going to be to either see if somebody could fly me to Anderson in Hebron, Kentucky, which would have been a 10-hour drive, kind of out of my way, or to drive there. So basically no go on either of those. I would have liked to spend a little bit of time with Kyle Wade at Anderson. That would have been fun, but just not happening. So stopped on the way back to Dark's, hung out with him. So yes, we did the live show. Both of us in studio, first time ever for John Crump Live would be in the studio. Chilled with Dark a little bit, and last time I was at Dark's, Crump gave Dark something for me months ago, and Dark got a flat tire and couldn't see me, so I didn't get it last time, 2 days ago when I was at Dark, so he gave me, it's a computer case, give it to me now. And in case you're wondering, the boxes for Definition knives are going to be in today. So it's kind of funny. The boxes came from China, where they're made with Taiwanese cardboard. Taiwanese sourced cardboard made in China. All right, I got 90 miles, no turns. Okay, good. I think I'm still in Virginia because I think I saw signs that said Richmond coming up. And so as I was leaving New York, I drove by Jamaica, Queens. I drove by on the Belt Parkway, I guess, so it was north of me. I'm like, wow, I could have picked up the boxes, because like me and the boxes were within like probably 15 miles of each other. And so new boxes for Definition knives. Dark and I went over the resupply of Launch 1, and we just kind of confirmed our thoughts on Launch 2, and some Launch 2 items we're considering, holding off on and maybe using for Launch 3. So, just a little bit of executive decisioning on some of the knives. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, I'm not sure if this lane ends in an exit, otherwise I would have jumped on it. I believe it does. Okay, yep. So, okay, what I cover? Boxes, mission objectives. The other mission objective would have been to, meet up with some friends in New York. I stayed at a friend's house in East Iceland, chit-chatted a little bit, and, left yesterday morning, or yesterday, late morning, let's just say late morning, and headed over to, Dark and Crumbs. Let's get a little bit express-y-ish here in the left lane. I was surprised a little further back the road was 4 lanes wide and you still had tractor trailers in the left lane. Virtually nobody in the far right lane, which is kind of interesting. So the mission objective today, primary goal, is going over to Hank Strange, and my Form 4 was approved in February, and to pick up the can. I am now, or later today, the owner of a can, will be in possession of a can, and that was from Silencer Co. So Silencer Co. sent me out a can, and I greatly appreciate it. They have a Space Coast event, the Space Coast Range Day coming up, and I offered to bring my gun out and with their can, and they said they're not doing 8.6. Like, okie doke, no problem. So what else? You know, time is always a problem, like time and travel time. That's always a challenge. I'm looking forward to seeing my doggies, my wife, being home in my own damn bed. I don't know, this is a Lexus, but the seat, I don't know, it is not loving my boot. I don't know if I just bored out my fat ass or the cushion out in the seat, I don't know. But it is not as comfortable as it used to be. Like on, you know, 2-hour drives, it seems okay, but when you're 10 hours in a car or more, it's not as comfortable as it used to be, or at least in my recollection. Let's see, and as I am handicapped, where are my broken glasses? I know what, if my other glasses have the left arm and these glasses have the right arm, and I cut them in the middle and do the white tapey thing, I have one whole glass, right? Is that a thing? Alright, so what are you guys saying here? Ask Kyle when the Frontline 16 is going to be available. Is Kyle out here? Hey, Kyle, what's up, man? What's up? Talking about you. Dude. Alabama in the house. Live life. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I probably should have got like his year, make, and model car and dropped him off a spare tire. Had like an official ceremony given Dark. You know, do it on video just to further humiliate him. Now, Dark said I was snoring up a storm, and he came down and shot video of me. Adam Mazza, how's it going? How's it going? And yeah, I'm not driving, the car's driving. So let me scroll back. So okay, I think I got all the comments. And let me look at what traffic is doing. And the car is braking. I have not touched the wheel or the brake, and we had I just need to get this mass in. Oh, where'd my phone go? Trying to get the phone. Got the phone. I didn't securely get it back in. Oh, I see Kyle typed. Didn't know if Kyle like just dropped in on his way to work or what. Let's see. We're running behind, but they will be the first to get restocked soon. Cool. Frontline 16 is what I have. I kind of like a 16-inch barrel. I know that people like a shorter barrel. All right, I'm gonna follow him on the right. And now the FedEx truck that I'm in the right lane realizes people are not happy. I'm going to facilitate him getting out the left lane by not C-blocking him from getting out. and re-engaged the frog pilot to accelerate. So in case you're wondering, the frog pilot has always on lateral steering. So even if it's not doing the throttle and brake, it will always steer and keep you in line, which is kind of cool, because when you hit the brake on just open pilot on AI, it doesn't steer anymore. And you may be coming off the exit of a highway, so it's kind of nice that it still steers. That's the lateral control. It's getting bright out. Let's see, 7:07. I thought it's sunrise. What time is sunrise according to my watch? What time? Sunrise is 7:26. So we are not there yet. So typically when I drive, I have a couple of goals. One of the goals is do not make 2 stops in the same state. That's one goal. The other goal is only do bio brakes when you're getting gas. And I'm a little frustrated that my car, I really wish the car had like 500-600 mile range. It's got just shy of 400, or probably worse based on the rate of speed I drive at. Because right now, let's see, what's my, yeah, I'm only getting 23.9 miles per gallon. And what are we saying, allegedly? So yeah, I got to get some more trigger time on the front line, 16. I'm a little jealous of Joe, Shooting Gallery official. He's not New England anymore. And I used to make fun of him. If you ever move out of New England, what's it going to be? I mean, I don't know about that. So, and not that I knew anything Joe didn't know, but, you know, stuff, things. So Joe is actually doing a lot of good content. He's getting out to the range. He's publishing videos, good thumbnails. I'm impressed with it. And who's that guy with the blue lights? What the hell is that, dude? Is it just some redneck effing around with us? What? And I had an issue. Right now, I'm running Google Maps and not Waze, and so far Google Maps has not shown me any indications of highway pirates. So I am going to, for now, trim down my maximum speed, which now feels like you can get out and walk. Yeah, I just lowered my maximum speed a couple miles an hour. That's like I always used to joke, flying in my airplane, you're flying in cruise, you know, just about 180 miles an hour. And when you come into land and you throttle back for landing, which my plane lands fast compared to a Cessna, nearly twice as fast, and coming in at like, you know, 80 knots, it feels like you can get out and walk. You know, it just... So it's always dramatic when you slow down. And mind you, there is zero sensation of speed in this car, because I've been under the car, I looked at it, the suspension doesn't look like magic or anything like that, but it definitely does ride like magic. And so it says Rocky Mountain 81, Stony Creek. I do not know what state I am in. I didn't see anything, welcome to North Carolina yet. I might still be in Virginia. We got 179 miles in the tank, so about 120. I dip down to about 50 miles range. I like to find gas, and hopefully I find some place at a reasonable price. Unfortunately, because of the... Let's get out of the left lane here. I see somebody behind me. Unfortunately, because what I call a limited range, sub 400 mile range on this vehicle, I've got to make 2 gas stops to get to Hanks. So let's let's see, 642 minus 178, even if I ran it down to 0, which I won't, it's still not enough on one stop. So there's going to be 2 stops ahead, which is good because right now it shows I'm early, which is good to have time to spare because in case I get tired. Although I do better in the daylight. I don't feel like I'm going to nod off in the daylight. Any of you have been watching the many videos I do while driving places, you probably think I enjoy driving. I would tell you I don't, but somehow I seem to be contradicting myself because I do it. And is it like Paul in the Bible that says, who wrote 2/3 of the New Testament? Paul says, somehow I do the things I don't want to do, and I don't do the things I want to do. So I guess this is a multi-thousand-year-old problem, and there is nothing new in the world. Do I sound smart and educated because I pseudo-quoted the Bible-ish? State of confusion, yes. Yeah, so Walter usually doesn't go to a range. Walter has a bullet trap, and if Walter does go to a range-ish, it is the Keller Proving Grounds, or the Keller Secret Grounds, or Camp Keller, as it's called. I call it the Keller Clandestine Testing Grounds, but anyhow, yeah, that's where Walter usually shoots. That's his father's. His father who passed the property that he had, and I forget exactly where it is, like the neighborhood kind of thing, but yeah, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, Florida. But it's so Walt is further away from Hank and Patrick. So Patrick and Hank are close by. So when Patrick wants to shoot, he goes to Hank's, like, you know, record video and stuff like that. I don't think Patrick's done any videos. Now Patrick is Chromavandium Arms, and he's gunsmithing from home, and he's like SOT, all that kind of stuff, which is cool. And since we got Anderson on the line here, I hope you guys know that code flyingRich gets you 10% off anything at Anderson. I'm not sure what the naming and numbering is, but some Anderson lowers have the M16 pocket and some do not. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you what I'm about to tell you. It has nothing to do with Anderson. It has stuff to do with stuff, but you might want to a lower that has 16 cut. Just saying. Note to self, and that ding dong is my wife turning off the alarm so she can walk the dog. Yeah, it's much nicer. It's much nicer that it's light out and I can see ish as opposed to not seeing ish. They kind of drive a little sloppy. I guess they don't have an AI driving their car for them. So yeah, we will be in Florida. So right now it's like 42 degrees. I think it was cooler than that. I don't know if my watch wasn't updating or whatever, but it said like 35 when I woke up at Dark's house. And so Dark, I guess, came down recording me snoring. So he's going to post that somewhere. So you're probably going to see me and Remy run me on my lap as I'm laying back, snoring like a freight train. Freight trains are probably quieter. So let's see, who else? Who else is there? It's Safety Harbor Walt. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's still dark? What? Wow. Wow. Yep. So, I am heading... Oh, wait. Is Walt, Louisiana? Is that what's going on? Walt, are you out of town? So, yeah, I'm heading over to Hank's to pick up my can that is out of jail. It's been out of jail since early February. It's just tough justifying making an 8-hour round trip and all the money. Money, tolls, time. I gotta get my medical, because if I can fly, I could just make an excuse to fly and rent a plane and go there. Saying here. Nope, Walt's in Florida. It's still dark. Well, you're west coast of Florida. That's interesting. I'm not exactly sure where I am. It doesn't. I haven't seen any signs that say "Welcome to North Carolina." Like you're exiting Virginia, but pretty much this 100-ish or more miles on I-95 all looks the same. So. Who knows? Did you see the display? Yeah, you can kind of. So if I focus... So that's what I see. So you got a compass. I have it configured with a tachometer on the bottom. And your actual speed and the desired speed. So actual speed's on the right, desired speed's on the left. And like if I bump it up, that kind of thing. And so comma AI system. So the 2017 Rexus does not come with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. I threw a box in that it works. It's not great. But that's why I use a second phone to drive the Android Auto, because the call quality through that system is really bad. And we're coming up on exit 20. Route 631, Jarrett. Not Jared, but Jarrett. Actually, I can flip it. And Walt, in honor of you, German rain camo. So you can get this hoodie at stenparts.com. That's right. And it is wonderful. Just wonderful, wonderful. Dark is much better at the 2A QVC and the Gear QVC. All I gotta say is, if you don't have the German rain camo hoodie, you don't know what you're missing. And as a Florida man, I don't need one that often, but when I go cold, I bring it with me. So definitely a must-have if you're not a Florida man. If you are a Florida man and ever go somewhere cold, the German rain camo hoodie available at Stenparts is total. It's like it is really nice. It is really nice. So you guys can travel over to Stenparts and get this beautiful German rain camo. So yeah, I've got the temperature at 75 in the car, and while I'm pimping-ish, Goon Beam! This is my OG Goon Beam. I love it. I don't know if it just looks like a lightsaber, like a battle-worn lightsaber. I've got a Goon Beam, one of the blue glowy ones, I'm just digging this. This is the white. I just the blue glowing looks almost showroom condition, and it just doesn't give me that same warm feeling, warm and loved feeling. Oh shoot! All right, so we got 165 miles to go on this tank, so we're going to be stopping like 20 miles, which probably means like an hour and a half. So let's just call that 8:30, 9 o'clock. So we're going to be probably stopping in the 9 o'clock range. Get some gas, get some food, get some coffee, a little bio break, and get the fudge back on the road again. It's funny, I mentioned to my daughter, our Chelsea the black dog is like very easy to deal with on a car because she's very calm in the car. Whereas the brown dog, Sunshine, is like bouncing off the wall. It's like trying to get in my lap and pushed all the buttons on the center console, reprogramming the car. So that's a little much to deal with. Yes, right. Let's see, what's it say? Emporia, Skippers, Rocky Mount, North Carolina, 65. So I don't know if we're in North Carolina yet or not. And what is my cruising? Alright, so there's a button on the steering wheel to adjust how far you pace the car ahead of you. So it's big, medium, small, or large, medium, small, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the distances are, but we're pretty much traveling in clean air. The car ahead of me is my stalking horse. I'm pacing him, and I figured, let me not pace him too closely. I really, after being in New York and having like negative personal space, Manhattan, walking around, it's kind of nice being on the road and seeing one car ahead of you and nobody around you. I mean, there's cars behind us, but it's kind of nice. I'm kind of digging my own personal space. So one of the videos I've been meaning to make and have not made, I mean, since January, I had this idea to do a video of, thank you, there breaks wide. To do a video of all the guns I bought in 2024 and have not shot yet. So I think there's like 6 or 8 guns. Walt, do you have the same problem? But I'm guessing he probably runs out to the bullet trap in his shop. Even if he doesn't go to the Keller clandestine testing grounds. So I was trying to talk Walt into... So last year, Walt and I went to... Walt and I drove in this car together to GOA Gulls. Dark and I are going to have a booth at... Excuse me, boy. Dark and I are going to be sharing the Fat Tech booth. And I'm not sure if Walt is going to get a booth and get products. So Walt says he has a couple he has not fired. So a couple of 2024 firearms. I'm pretty sure Walt got the Kel-Tec Sub 2K in 5.7. Dude, I didn't realize. So wait, with the PR57, the Kel-Tec PR57, and the Sub 2K 5.7, you now have a matched pair of Kel-Tec 5.7s. Along with, there's a third. So if somebody wants to do a 5.7 shoot video, I've got the Kel-Tec P50. Let's see, I got the Kel-Tec P50, FN PS90, FN 5.7, Ruger 5.7 and the PSA Rock 5.7. So I have 5.7 firearms. So they're talking about I don't know if it's continuing resolution bill. There's an Easter egg in the bill. I don't know if I can tell you. I think I've been sworn to secrecy, but once the bill passes and the Easter egg portion of the bill does not get edited out, I will let you know. Kurt24, look at you, man. Kurt24 with the super chat. Greatly appreciate. Oh, he's a member for 36 months. So that is his monthly membership chat that he gets to push out here. And he says first class. Oh, or I think he's a first class member. Which, thank you very much, Kurt. I greatly appreciate your support. And pretty much, like Dark says, this channel, the Flying Rich channel, pretty much is only member supported. That's the only location. Alright, we're going to close the follow gap because we're going slower. Wow, thank you, Kurt. Member for 36 months. That's 3 freaking years of continued support. That's a big deal. Now I just got to get Hot Dog 990 to follow me. That's what I need. That guy, I'm impressed. Yeah, he's giving away memberships, so that's really nice of him. All right, this guy is up ahead. There's another car going the same speed, so I can't quit without this guy slowing me down. I would only be an eighth mile ahead. Alright, we're flippy. So I am more used to Florida winters where basically you have snowbirds and foliage-wise nothing changes. So seeing the trees with no leaves, that's alright. So I don't care for trucks in the left lane, but I think they neuter the truck so they can only go like a mile or two faster than the truck they're passing. So it's usually a multi-minute pass. Actually, he's doing an okay speed. So we're slowing down. What's going on? Alright, so what did Walt say? A couple of World War II jam rifles, World War II Carcano, let me say it right. World War I Mauser 88. Okay, cool. Walt's got some cool inventory that he hasn't fired yet. Very neat. Not that I was checking papers, but I didn't notice any illegal issues. We might hit a Buc-ee's on the way back, so we're braking again. Because the U-Haul, guy driving the U-Haul is taking very seriously all the instructions that say you can't drive more than 55 miles an hour with your U-Haul truck. So, yep. Rapid lane changes by big trucks makes it really difficult to live stream YouTube, read the comments, and engage with the people. I mean, that's just offensive what he did. And I hope you know that's sarcasm. My daughter, I don't know, she doesn't sense sarcasm. She's like, are you being sarcastic? And it's like, yes. Alright, we're at minimum following distance for the AI. I'd rather be to the side or past this truck because he's his pattern of behavior is he'll rapidly change lanes, so I'd rather be out of that area. Boy, I like the feel of this hoodie. It just feels good. Alright, there's nobody ahead of you. No one. No one ahead of you. You can go a little faster. We're picking up speed. We're like a couple miles per hour faster. Slowing down, going downhill, really. Slowing down. Darn it! Alright, do I do the aggressive thread the needle? I don't know if it looks that bad by you, but I mean, I guess I could thread the needle and pass the body. It would be that aggressive. But now that I talk about it 3 or 4 times and seconds go by without acting, it is more in the overly aggressive if I would do it. So I'm just gonna stick it out right here. And yes, this is not automobile purgatory. I don't have a 1,000 horsepower car, and I'm not caught behind 2 people going 10 miles an hour. That rolling 10-mile-an-hour roadblock. Oh, we ticked up 1 mile per hour in speed. Alright, I am going to disengage and manually drive. Now, in case you're wondering, I did figure out how to reset the TPMS system. You need to do it when you just start the car and the alert is flashing. And it's from the screen, so it works that way. But I reset it and started getting readings from all 4 wheels, and again, later in the day, the TPMS was getting no readings. So, to give you effective information about TPMS, on my Envoy, while it may have kept me alert of the tire pressure temperatures, the only time I ever had a tire pressure issue was when the TPMS leaked. It wasn't anything else. So who do we got here? Sadler 2010. Join the chat. Having not sure what he's saying. I don't want to read something I don't know what it is, because it might be like Mike Brodick. It's like, hello, can you page my friend? His name, last name Brodick, first name Mike. And so yes, Dark and I laugh about all of those stupid names on a regular basis. In fact, I was talking to Smash Time yesterday in North Carolina. We are now in North Carolina. It's happened. We were talking about the some China airlines. I think they were coming into San Francisco and they impacted the runway. I think everybody was fine. And yes, my car said welcome to North Carolina. So thank you, car. So some crank guy, or is it a crank call? Crank. Anyhow, back in the day when you cranked a call that was a joke of sorts, it was called a crank call, because you had to crank the phone. wasn't known as a prank call. So, somebody, I guess, gave them information that they had the names of the pilots, and the pilots' names were We, Tu, Lo, Bang, Ding, Ow, Something, Wong, and there was a fourth one, I forget what it is. So I'm assuming, like the news director got this information, yelled at the guys to do the graphics, and the guys doing the graphics were like laughing with tears in their eyes, and they did exactly, I'm making the story up, and they did exactly what the news producer said to do, and the talent on air read the names. Something Wong, Bang Ding Out, Way Too Low. Oh yeah, and Holy Food was the fourth one, Holy Food. Maybe the We Too Low could pass, but Bang Ding Out, yeah, no. We Too Low, Bang Ding Out, Holy Road Racer! Oh, that never gets old. That's funny. So, you guys may not know, so Kurt is referencing, I guess I was on Dark Show, and there was a cloud laser, and they were stealing Fragouts art and photos on their Instagram and posting them. So we kind of guerrilla marketed and got, basically they removed Fragouts images. So they that was fun. So we're making a joke. It's Cloud Laser was the company name, and we were calling it Crowd Racer. So yes, when you see the Crowd Racer from Kurt, that's what it's referring to. And so yeah, just with Stephen Watts, Fragout Design Studio. He's got a Cerakote booth. I guess he's gonna get it wired up, and the ventilation and all that bit installed. He is in possession of a project that we're collabing on. No timeline, no contest, no nothing. It's just a build. And in the meantime, I got another build. Waiting to hear back from AT3 Tactical. AT3 said, hey, they're like, do you want to lower for the build? I'm like, yeah, no, that build's all, spec'd out. So we want to have frag out, so I'm not doing anything different, not changing that. But I'm probably going to be doing something with AT3 Tactical, and they have flyingRich 10 as a discount code, and you can only use it once. And while I'm giving out discount codes, there's Fort Scott Munitions, and they have a code of flyingRich. So if you buy anything from them, please use my code. Get yourself 10% off, and get me a little bit of recognition with them. They supported me on the 8.6 Blackout build. They sent me 100 grams of 8.6, and that was very kind of them. Like, yeah, we'll work with you, but you just got to show the numbers. So I'm hoping that my reach to you folks is good, and that you normally patronize them or choose to patronize them and use that code. And did I mention Definition Knives? I guess I did, because I said the boxes are coming in, we're getting a booth, we're resupplying on launch one, and finalizing, check-in list once, check-in list twice for launch 2. We are doing the definition drop, where we're like just going over the spec for that. So I'm not sure how far in the future the definition drop will be. So that is going to be the first. So the whole idea of definition knives is giving you a high quality knife at a reasonable price. And as far as I know, our knives are made at the same factory. The knives that cost not $100 and over, but like $800 more than our knives. Where are we going? AXR, we are going. Oh, look at you, Kurt. Thank you for dropping the link. We are going to Gainesville, Florida, to Hank Strange, a fellow YouTuber. Actually, first YouTuber I ever met, Hank Strange. And because Hank was nice enough to allow conjugal visits to my suppressor. So that was the Anderson Big Bore build that we did. And the Anderson Big Bore build, I did 8.6 Blackout, which is designed to be subsonic on a 12.5 barrel, supplied by Bear Creek. Thank you, Bear Creek. They're good people. I like them a lot. And Bear Creek and I have worked on a couple of things together, so I really do appreciate their help. The Form 4, the $200 tax stamp, did not get approved until like February 8th, I believe. No, it was December 8th that I filed for it. It was sometime in February that it finally got approved. And Hank was nice enough before it got approved to let me shoot on his property and get the video I need for the competition. So since I mean, it's a little bit out of the way, but it's, I'm not going 8 hours out of my way. That's how long it would take to go to Hank's and back to pick the can up. So I am, adding a couple hours onto my trip, but stopping at Hank's on the way back to get my can. So the main goal is getting home. The side quest is going to Hank's, and there's no reason I shouldn't complete those two portions of the mission. Kurt, he's like working hard. I bet wait, did Kurt say he's at work a couple hours already? Dude, I don't know how you do it, man. Kurt apparently doesn't get a lot of sleep, unlike me. So I had a good time in New York City. Walked an F-ton, a lot of subway, a lot of up and down the stairs of the subway. I keep getting the wrong name. I keep forgetting the name. There's a elevated train tracks that's now a park on the west side, so we walked around there after getting breakfast. We went by 368 Broadway, which is the Casey Neistat. I don't know if you guys know who Casey Neistat is. I think he's got like 12 million subscribers on YouTube. Not a gun guy, so if you have a 20-year-old kid, they might know who Casey Neistat is, but most people probably don't know in our community. And what's Kurt saying? 3 to 4 hours. You've been at work for 3 to 4 hours already? Dang. So let's see. That elevated train park with the giant pigeon picture, if you saw it on my Instagram. Casey Neistat's place. There's a building from a series that my wife and I started watching. It's a 2013 series called Person of Interest. So I got a selfie in front of that building. What else? We went by, so my daughter is working at the Helmsley building. That's where her office is. And I hung a bunch of stuff on the wall for her. You know, there are all sorts of, you know, went to Whole Foods, Home Depot, all that bit. I hate not having a car, being able to have a jacket in my car, put on a jacket, take it off a jacket, put your groceries in the car. You know, you got to carry everything. So it's a fudge ton of effort in the city. It's just not a lifestyle I enjoy. So yeah, I did street parking in the city. My car didn't get towed, ticketed, or vandalized, so that was good. Moving around when I was in the city because just driving sucks because your car doesn't fold up like the Jetsons, you know, whatever mobile. And let's see, did I say I had dinner with Larry Sharp? Larry's a friend of mine. We were co-workers, turn of the century co-workers. And Larry ran for governor a couple years back on the Libertarian ticket. And he had some interesting takes on politics. He's a very interesting thinker. So Larry Sharp, Sharp Way is his YouTube channel, so take a look at that. Larry's a friend of mine. It's funny that we both independently started doing YouTube. I think that's a group chat rate. It's not the same phone, so it's not going to show there. But the text will show on text messages. Okay, so this is a big group. So Rogue Banshee says they really do not like me doing podcasts. Let's see. Are there more? I'm assuming there's more messages. Whoa. I'm just gonna watch the road. Is that like Schmitz on the screen? I guess I can clean it. Yeah, we're cruising a little slower than I like, but actually we're doing exactly the speed limit. Or were when I started talking. Bright light. 7:50, first sign of sun. Sunrise was like 7:28. Sunset will be 7:13 p.m. and that's like here, not home. Water down. So yes, it's going to be like this for a while. So yeah, the trip was mainly New York City, dropping off stuff for my daughter and coming back home. But on the return trip, I picked up some things I left at a friend's house. Hence the containers in the back here. Feels like we're barely moving. We're going along at an okay rate. But whatever. That is what it is. I think I'm going to sign off for a while, just catch up on, you know, whatever news, media, text, stuff like that. I may rejoin you guys. But thanks for riding along with me, keeping me occupied, not eating, not falling asleep, so I appreciate that. You guys have a good day.